Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. As Valentine's Day is nearly upon us. Just joking. As Valentine's Day is not too far away now, I thought I'd select 10 horror movies from my own personal collection, which I suggest it would be good watches for you on Valentine's Day. I picked 10 here, so without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So the first one I'd like to show you, it's a Blu-ray actually, and it's called The Love Witch. Now, this is a beautiful looking movie. It stars this young lady as the titular Love Witch, and what she does, she creates all these weird potions and that to sort of like she can sort of like give to men and that, to sort of like make them fall in love with her and that. Yeah, I won't talk too much about the movie in case you haven't seen it. But in fact, I'll just briefly go over all the movies here, as I say, just in case you haven't seen any of them. But this is a very, very good movie, and this girl plays the titular role. She's fantastic in that, yeah. So if you like modern day witch movies, well, this is actually set in the well, it's got like this 1960s setting, and it's sort of like it's basically a tribute really to the technical thrillers of the 1960s, yeah. So if you were to put this on and you didn't know anything about it, you would think you were watching a 1960s movie. As I say, the colour's absolutely gorgeous, and this actress and that, she's fantastic in the role of the witch. She plays Elaine. The actress is called Samantha Robinson, a beautiful young witch who's determined to find a man to love her. In a gothic San Franciscan apartment, she brews love potions, then lures men, seduces them. Yeah, very good movie, yeah. So there you go, that's the first movie I'd recommend you watch on Valentine's Day. That is The Love Witch. Yeah, so, from 2016. Lovely looking movie. The next one up is, now there's two versions of this movie. There's the Hammer one, and then there's the Swedish one. It's basically a vampire story involving two youngsters and that. This girl moves in next door, to this young man and that, and she's a vampire, and that movie is called Let Me In. Yeah, based on the novel, the original novel. It's a fantastic story. It stars Chloe Grace Moretz as Abby, a mysterious girl who moves next door to Owen, played by Cody Smith McPhee. Owen forms a profound bond with Abby, but as a string of grisly murders grips his wintry New Mexican town, he begins to realise that Abby is anything but the girl next door. Yeah, so very good, very entertaining movie this, guys. Yeah, just got a couple of special features on there if you want to use your cameras and take those in. Yeah, so as I say, there's two versions of this movie and I've got them both. Yeah, so it's Let the Right One In and Let Me In. So there you go, good vampire movie for you to watch on Valentine's Day. That is Let Me In, and this is actually a Hammer movie. Yeah, so Hammer movie from 2010. So there you go, that's Let Me In. Right, next one up is now this is a really good thriller. This it stars Courtney Thorne-Smith, the blonde girl who played Georgia Thomas, if you remember, Ally McBeal. Very fine actress. She was also in Melrose Place as well. Yeah, so it's more of a psychological thriller than a horror, but it has got some pretty chilling elements in it, that border on horror. It's based on a true story, and that movie is called Midwest Obsession. Now, Courtney Thorne-Smith, she plays a real psycho in this and that. She's absolutely obsessed with this guy here, and she'll stop at nothing, to try and win him and that, yeah. And, there's some brutal kills in this, guys. And, she's a very beautiful looking girl, but underneath, she's got this dark character, and it really comes to the fore as the movie goes on. And if you like a good psychological thriller, I think you will enjoy this one. I'd love to see a Blu-ray release of this. As far as I know, I don't think there is a Blu-ray of it. I don't think there is. I can hardly speak. I haven't even had a pint. I don't think there's a Blu-ray release yet. So, but I'll keep looking out for it anyway. Yeah. So there you go. That is Midwest Obsession, and that is from 1995. Next one up is another great movie on the Mondo Macabro label. When the honeymoon was over, the terror began, and that is The Blood-Spattered Bride. Yeah, another great movie, and this is from the, I think this was made in the early 70s. Sometimes it doesn't tell you the year. I think it was made around about 1972, yeah. This is a brand new 4K transfer from Film Negative, yeah. Oh yeah, 1972. It's a Spanish film, but it's got English audio, yeah. Yeah, it's about Susan, a young bride who travels with her husband to his family's ancient manor house in the far north of Spain. Susan is a virgin and is very hesitant about her husband's sexual demands. She is also disturbed by the unfamiliar surroundings and wonders if she will ever come to terms with her new married life. When she's shocked to discover that all old portraits of female members of her husband's family have been locked away in the basement. And when she finds them, she discovers that one of the portraits shows a woman holding a strange dagger. The woman's face has been cut out of the painting. Her name is Michaela Karstein. Now, if you know all about your vampire lore, you will be familiar with that name, the Michaela Karstein, yeah. The family was featured in a couple of Hammer movies in the early 70s, yeah. And Alexandra Bastido plays the lovely Alexandra Bastido, remember, from the Champions. She plays the main female villain in this, stroke vampire. But I highly recommend this. It's got a beautiful picture, and there's some stills there, guys, from the movies if you want to freeze your cameras. And there's some special features there if you want to just have a look at those, guys. Yeah, so I can highly recommend the Blood Spastic Bride, yeah. So there you go, Blood Spastic Bride from 1972. Next one up I can highly recommend for a good Valentine's Day watch is it's a very, very dark love story with sort of like quite creepy elements in. It stars Hayley Mills, Britt Ekland, Hywell Bennett and George Sanders. And again, this is from the early 70s, and it's a movie called Endless Night. Now, Hywell Bennett, he plays this very, very sinister character in this, and he marries this beautiful blonde rich girl played by Hayley Mills. She's a heiress, and I won't tell you what happens at the end of the movie, but God, it's got a good twist, this, guys. It's based on the Agatha Christie novel, and it's one of the best novels Agatha Christie ever wrote. It's a fantastic movie. It's got a victim or killer. Only 3 people in 100 guess the answer to Endless Night, yeah. 1972, yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't see the twist coming myself, guys. You know, this character played by Hywell Bennett, you know, he's not really all what he seems to, but I'll leave it there for now, yeah. So if you like a good psychological thriller from the 1970s with a good love element tied in, get yourself a copy of Endless Night, and this is a great edition by Indicator. Got some great special features there, guys, if you want to freeze your cameras. So there you go, that is Endless Night from 1972. Next ideal Valentine's Day watch is a TV movie, actually, from 1977. And I don't think any Valentine's movie list will be complete without featuring at least one Dracula movie. And that is called Count Dracula. Played not by Christopher Lee, but by Louis Jourdan, yeah, and a very fine job he does too, guys, yeah. I would rate him right up there with Christopher Lee, playing, you know, in regards to playing Count Dracula very, very consummately, very memorably, and very, very chillingly, yeah. This was first shown over the Christmas of 1977, and I absolutely loved it when I watched it. So when I saw the DVD, I said to myself, I've got to add that to my collection, yeah. So it's really, Louis Jourdan's really on the money playing Count Dracula, he really is, yeah. Very, very sinister. Yeah, and it does a good job of recapturing the general atmosphere of Stoker's original novel. So if you like a good Dracula movie, you know, I admit it doesn't star Christopher Lee, but this is, in my opinion, guys, this is the next best thing to a Christopher Lee Dracula movie. The original 1977 BBC production of Count Dracula, starring Louis Jourdan. Next one up is another one that stars Hayley Mills and Hywell Bennett. They made a couple of movies together. This is another kind of like a twisted love story, and it's actually got twisted in the title, and that movie is called Twisted Nerve. Now, again, very, very enjoyable psychological thriller. Hywell Bennett and Hayley Mills are really on the money as this couple, and that, you know, sort of like starts off as a kind of ordinary romance, and then it sort of like goes on to something very, very sinister indeed, yeah. So I'll just show you the back there, guys. There's the lovely Hayley Mills there, and then there's the other cast there, Hywell Bennett. Billy Whitelaw's in this as well, yeah. Oh, it's a fantastic movie. I'd love to see Arrow pick this up, or one of the companies Indicator for a good Blu-ray release, yeah. Because this is just basically a bare bones release, guys, yeah. Running time 113 minutes, yeah. So I think it was made around about 1968 to 69. So yeah, 1968, yeah. Twisted Nerve, yeah. So if any of you executives of any of the Blu-ray companies are watching, get this out on Blu-ray because it's a fantastic movie. Yeah, all great performances all around and a good watch for Valentine's Day. That is Twisted Nerve. Right, next one up is now this is a very good I can really recommend this to watch on Valentine's Day. I got this for Christmas actually, another Scream Factory edition. It's a Hammer movie from the early 70s and it's called The Vampire Lovers. Now, if you're a Hammer fan, no doubt you will have seen this movie, you know, and you will know how brilliant it is. Yeah, starring the late great Peter Cushing and Ingrid Pitt. Again about the Camilla, the Karnstein family, Camilla, a diabolical female vampire ravages the young girls and other townsfolk of a peaceful hamlet in 18th century Europe in revenge for the killing of her fellow vampires years earlier. Yeah, adapted from J. Sheridan Le Fornu's novella Carmilla. This rather erotic Hammer chiller stars Ingrid Pitt, Madeline Smith and Peter Cushing. Yeah, it's got some great special features on there, guys, if you want to freeze your screens and take those in. Yeah, so there you go. That's The Vampire Lovers, and that is from 1970. Also stars George Cole as well. Last two here, guys. Yeah, and this is a movie I didn't not long ago. I've done a review of this, so I won't talk too much about it. It's all starts off with this guy looking for a bride, a Russian bride on the internet to marry and that, and he's played by Corbin Bernsen, and a very, very dark character he is too, guys. Yeah. And this is a movie called The Russian Bride. Now, if you like movies about internet dating and romance, I think you will like this one, but it's got to be warned. It's got some very, very, very dark moments in it, very, very nasty moments as well, yeah, because Corbin Bernsen, he plays this twisted character, and he doesn't stop at anything to achieve his devious aims and that. And when he marries this girl, this beautiful Russian girl, oh God, all hell breaks loose. Yeah, this is actually a German release. Yeah, so I could highly recommend this one. There is actually, you can actually get this on DVD, but I wanted the Blu-ray. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I must say again about this, it's got a lovely setting, lovely snowy setting. So if you like your movies with a good snowy setting like The Shining, I think you will enjoy The Russian Bride. Yeah, it's not too old actually. It's from last year actually. Yeah. So there you go. That is The Russian Bride, starring the great Corbin Bernsen. Now, last but by no means least, no 10 Valentine horror movies would be complete without mentioning My Bloody Valentine. Now, this is the remake, guys. I did have the original a couple of years ago, but I let it go. But I hope to get that back again in my collection. But this is quite a good remake, and that, you know, it's not often you can say like the remake is nearly as good as the original, and this is a pleasing exception, guys. Yeah, it stars the guy from Supernatural, Jensen Ackles. Yeah, the town of Harmony would like to forget its horrific past. 10 years ago, after a tragic mining accident, Harry Warden awoke from his coma on Valentine's Day and brutally murdered 22 people with a pickaxe before being killed himself. Now, after years of peace, there's a killer on the loose again, wearing a miner's mask and brandishing a pickaxe. Yeah, very good remake, this, guys. Yeah, My Bloody Valentine. Yeah, and it's got a great twist as well. And Jensen Ackles is really on the money in this role and that. Yeah, from 2009. Yeah, so there you go. That's the last of my 10 recommended horror movies to watch on Valentine's Day. That is My Bloody Valentine. Yeah, and that's about it, guys. Yeah, okay. Have you got any any horror movies you can recommend to watch on Valentine's Day? Yeah, I'd like to see them. I'd like to hear recommendations. Now, have you seen any of these movies? Leave your comments down below. You know, I'll be very interested, you know, to hear what you thought of them and that. Have you got any favourites there? You know, what stand out and that. Yeah. So that's just a couple from my collection, actually. Obviously, there's been many other horror movies made over the years relating to have some bearing on love, romance, and Valentine's Day, but they're the ones in my collection what I think, me personally, are particularly a good watch on Valentine's Day or before and after. Yeah, okay, guys, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.